does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. Just the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping. See you at the crossroads.
Money over on my hands down. Here lies them getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already lived.
It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God can tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money. Quiet storm. Have a thoughts. For the cream renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tip. So these the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Money over on my hands down. Here lies them getting paid for. Never take a loss on my hands down. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm gang 3 times on my hands down. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the hands down. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You wish you could read and know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Daniels on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Defensively, starting lineup now for Tennessee. This unit, third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I remember years ago spending time with a top defensive coordinator, and he said the number one thing you have to do is hang your hat on something. Create your identity. This unit, they hang their hat on being stingy against the run.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The numbers for Davis last week: 10 catches, 124 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw. Thanks. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
That one goes for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Throw right side, caught by Davis. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw on second down. Banks got an open man. It's a noon one. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Gotten The ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. To throw. Thanks. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower. Bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
This is taken at the 15. Gets around him. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here we go. What? 90.
On first down, Banks. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They'll They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught by Davis. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Come on, let's go. What?
On 1st and 10, Banks. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Banks. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone as he's got a first down on that last catch.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Elliott. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the Steelers set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Gallman will run it. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down.
Come on, let's go. What?
Throwing on 1st down. Banks. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw. Banks. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. So we have come to halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Banks. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Back to throw again. And his pass incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Here we go. Red 38.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Come on, let's go.
On 4th down, Banks. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. As his guys are in for 6, and the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On the ground, it's Coleman again. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 1-9.
Back to throw. Banks. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or rush coming, and he's taken down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Banks. And he's going to go down again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll begin with a run by Gallman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Flex round! Flex round!
58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Back to throw. Banks. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st and 10, Banks drops it underneath to Elliott. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Looking to throw. Banks. His pass caught at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Daniels on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
3-19! 3-19!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3-19!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense. that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it down the field, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing on first down. Banks. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll set up a throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent, and how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.